On my way back up the hill now, and hopefully to Malin Head, which looks like it's along there to the right hand side. It's quite a steep road, this little road. Rain shower hit me there and it seemed to be blowing by, thankfully, way out to the sea there. Caravan site I can see up ahead. Some good views from it. You haven't spotted many cars at all on this road, and just haven't seen another biker at all on this whole peninsula route. Look at the aqua blue of that sea down at that bay. It's super stunning. Sea View Cavern. Head 4 clicks to the right. Just when you're about to make the turn, that wind gusts up and it's quite unnerving because you know you're just about to, you feel the force of it. It's like somebody giving you a nudge. Bar. Farnsbar. Spot to put your camper. nicely preserved cottage, that wee thatched cottage, and so is that one. Must be holiday lets. Oh, that's stunning. That is really nice. I love seeing that old traditional stuff the way it used to be. They've got more character and more soul than these modern bungalows that you see dotted about. There's quite a steep gradient there, going up and then swinging around to the right. Make sure that these keep plenty of space between you and the cars. Quite a few cars up here by the looks of things. I'm just going to pull in here. I think this will probably do me. Well folks, this is Ireland's most northerly point, Malin Head. Looks like you get lots of walks here. You can do a walk that's 515 metres and it takes you to Hell's Hole. Then you've got the tower to the right. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but down there on the, just on the headland there, there's the rocks are making out the letters EIRE for Era, Irish for Ireland. And then you've got different various propositions. You've got people who put the stones out, and you've got a Cheryl, will you marry me? And there's a few others dotted about. I can't really make out what they are, but first time I've ever come across anything like that. Some folk have just got too much time in their hands. Yeah, they've been trying to make their name and out of their stones that are just sitting about. What could we call that? Land graffiti? I don't know. We're only having a bit of fun, I suppose. Wonder if Cheryl ever did marry him. I was just reading the info board there. According to it, when I was showing you the rocks that spell out the word Era, the idea behind it, I actually now remember watching a documentary in Scotland about it. Basically the white stones were so that the aircraft during World War II, the Grumman Hellcats, which were based at an air station in Eglinton, which is just beside Derry Airport, it was so that when they flew over, they knew that they were flying over Ireland, and it being during the war was a neutral country, so that was a good landmark, so that a good visual for them that they could pinpoint. And basically the information thing was saying and all is that this tower, they were actually used to use it to kind of send signals to the ships using semaphore and sort of things like that. Then they hired the Marconi wireless company to set up a station in the tower. So quite interesting history to this area, really is. Again, it's meant to be, it's kind of like the first stop off point for any kind of migrating birds. So it's saying like, you know, around about here is kind of like you've got your different sort of wildlife and that kind of thing. Don't want to go reading the boards again, bore you silly. But anyway, most northerly point, and actually over here in the distance, the kind of like headland that you can see jutting out, that's actually, better put this down, maybe it'll cut the wind out. It's actually Fanad lighthouse is on the peninsula right in the distance, and I can remember being there. I've been there, so you have to, these are two kind of separate peninsulas that kind of jut out from this sort of like northwestern part of Ireland. So it's amazing in a day like this to be able to sort of like scope around and actually get an idea of what you're normally looking at on a map. Very, very different looking at it with your eye, as they say. A couple of bikers there, a guy and his wife from the Netherlands. I was just speaking to them. Yeah, it's a very interesting spot. Almost got blown away there. Got to keep your footing. Time to head off now to our next location. Which I think is Cardona. I'm not too sure, should find out. Before I go, it just came to my mind that I remember watching Jet Jackson's YouTube video about a year or so, or even more, when he was travelling. He came over from Australia, and he picked up a brand new BMW F650, I think it was, from London. Then he rode around about New Year's Day, around about that time, he rode all the way up to Scotland, to Edinburgh. And I remember that winter was freezing cold. And then he was coming across here to Ireland. So I gave him some information about Donegal, but little did I know that at that time of year he was going to head over here. So he came over here. He was here at this Malin Head on his own around about the middle of January, and the weather was absolutely horrendous. I mean, if it's windy today, it looked absolutely freezing then. It was absolutely teeming down with rain. Honestly, I don't know how the guy done it. And then he went right around this whole coast and basically ended up down in Southern Ireland, where he got the ferry from Dublin across to Holyhead, I think it was, and then he basically headed back down to London and was going to do a tour of Europe. But he couldn't have picked a worse time to actually come and visit this area at that time. You would get everywhere, probably any of the sort of local places that would be selling food and everything were closed. And I tell you, you've got to hand it to him. I don't think it'd be me. No chance. So anyway, Jackson, nice one, mate. And I remember also you were down in Sleeve League, down at Killybegs at the cliffs that myself and Ray were down at the other day. And I was filling in Ronaldo on that story that I also watched one of your YouTube videos, and you were the only person that was at Sleeve League at the cliffs. And I was thinking to myself, gosh, this guy is absolutely nuts, totally nuts. But anyway, it's what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, as they say, eh? So well done, mate. But here's the view. This is what it looks like in June.